Hey everybody, welcome back to Stage Alpha with me, Shaker, and we're here with the Civic again. Those ball joints came in, and they don't fit. It didn't say there was a difference between Type S or base model RSX ball joints. So, I've ordered two sets now, neither set have fit. I went and reviewed my notes, and I forgot to write down whether these knuckles were Type S or base model, so I looked it up. They are Type S knuckles, which was easy to tell because they have the larger ball joint. I ordered Type S control arm for the right side, but apparently I ordered a base model for the driver's side here. So the control arm also doesn't fit. I'm going to have to get that changed out. I, however, did order base wheel hubs. So these wheel hubs do fit on the axles. I double checked. And I have base brakes, but they were on before, so they should still work fine. Then, after I figured out that I messed up with getting Type S knuckles from an 0506, because you can't just replace the ball joint easily, you have to buy the whole knuckle from Acura for about $300 US a side. I found a forum on one of the Honda forums anyway, Acura forums. They suggested using an AC Delco ball joint, and what I did was cross-reference that part with other part numbers, and I ended up ordering Ultra Power K9922 ball joint. Now we get to wait for those to come in and see if they fit. The other thing I'm going to try to do is drill out this control arm that I bought that doesn't fit this ball joint to fit this ball joint. And if that doesn't work, we'll just order a new control arm. The new ball joint kit came. It's Astro 78 and 97. We're gonna take the old ball joint off now, and the new ball joint should be here tomorrow, says tracking. So we'll play with the new kit now. Okay, so fancy new ball joint kit. Let's get into it. I've never used one of these before, so we got the instructions that came with it, and we're gonna try to get this done. Need this big beast here. This thing is heavy. I mean, I've done ball joints before, but just not with one of these presses. Okay, so I ended up going outside and cutting the leg off the ball joint. Got this piece sitting on there now. Before I fire the compressor up, I'm just going to try to use a breaker bar. Round two. Fucking figured it out. Awesome. So there's the old ball joint. That's where I cut it off. And that worked out perfect. So tomorrow, we'll put the new ball joints in. So, I just went to hit stop on the video, and apparently I didn't hit record, because now we're recording. I pressed in both ball joints, You see they have a nice fit. Got the snap rings in there. The ball joint toolkit worked out great. And now we're going to get the front of this vehicle back together so we can get it to the shop. I very much apologize that I didn't check to see if that was actually recording. It's very unfortunate. The other thing I mentioned was these ball joints are K9922 from a Honda Prelude. I believe like a, I think it's 97 to 01, I believe. I surfed the forums on the interwebs, and somebody came up with an AC Delco ball joint, which was $40 a ball joint, and I cross-referenced that part number, came up with these ones, K9922, and on Rock Auto they were only about $6, not even $6 a ball joint, Canadian. So let's get around to the front and get these installed. All right, let's start with the passenger side. Last few things that we're gonna have to do are finish mounting the passenger seat. I got some new crush washers for the brake lines coming in on Saturday. And I believe the O2 sensors need to be replaced on the exhaust. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go for inspection. Oh, tires. We are. But other than that, I think we're pretty much good to go. I think the brakes are 50-50 whether they're going to pass or not. Hopefully I'll get lucky. I do want to replace them. I just need to wait. I'm gonna go grab a couple wrenches. Alrighty, we're back. Spray foam guy was just here to give me work on getting me a quote. So we'll see what that is. Probably get a second quote from somebody else, because that's always the smart thing to do. Even when you go with the first offer, it's still good to get a second quote. I'm not saying I'm going to go with him or nothing, but there we go. Mind your ears. Oh, that's the wrong way. We want to go forward. Alrighty. Moment of truth, you fools. This. Don't know. Don't remember this way or this way. It just feels more natural going this way. Alrighty, let's zap this on here. Let's see if we can do this. $131 foot-pounds. That, my friend, is one tight front end now. New wheel bearing, new ball joint, new sway bar link, new tie rod end, coil over shocks. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. Let's get this brake back together. So I was just servicing this caliper and I wasn't getting any brake fluid to the caliper.
So I took the line off, wasn't getting any fluid, and then I went up here, I loosened, then I went up here and I loosened this off, and when I pulled on this, we started getting fluid. So I pulled these two lines apart, took the clip off. This is what I found inside the brake line. Somebody had it plugged off, I don't know why. Maybe the caliper was leaking or something. But yeah, first time ever finding a nail inside a brake line. Okay, so got the new crush washers on the brake lines. Brake fluid's topped up. We're gonna try to gravity bleed these lines for now, and if not, I'll have to go get somebody to pump the brakes for me. Or rig up a self-bleed system. Alright, got my MGD and the line making a mess. Well, there we are. Finally got the brakes bled, putting the wheels back on. I'm gonna have to put the front bumper back on still and adjust a few other things, but we'll get to that another day. I'm thinking about painting these wheels gold or black. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, what color I should do them. I'm not going crazy, it's just going to be a spray can job. There we have it. The Civic's out of the shop. I got the brakes finished up today, bled. They're working pretty good. Still gotta put the front bumper back on, a tie down strap for the battery. I couldn't find a connection for the rear O2 sensor. It looks like the wire's missing. So maybe I can just plug it. I don't know. I'll have to look into that a little further. The passenger seat still needs 3 more bolts to be bolted down properly. And the e-brake has to be adjusted, but I'm gonna, oh, and tires. But I'm gonna worry about that later on. Thanks for hanging out with me while I got this unfinished project mostly finished. At least it's running and stopping on its own. So next step will be to finish those things up and we'll
get it inspected, licensed, drive it, and sell it. The next projects coming up, continuing on with the 240, as well as the Toyota Celica has most of its parts in, so we'll be getting to work on that as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, a subscribe, and a comment. And we'll see you next time on whatever project we're working on. Cheers.